But it can't always be that Taylor Swift is being used. She can't always be being used. I'm sorry. It's been like 20 years of her being used, and I don't feel that that is the true story, okay?
What chance that you can have a what?
A sequence, like it starts with this.
Oh.
I mean, if Colleen has her rights, I'll go anywhere. I'll follow this woman anywhere.
Y'all heard her.
You don't become Taylor Swift without mastering the art of narrative control. For months, her name has been caught up in the escalating legal storm surrounding Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. But as the controversy intensifies, Taylor seems to be quietly stepping back. Right on cue, a conveniently timed Daily Mail article drops, claiming that Taylor is distancing herself from Blake, allegedly because she feels she was unfairly used as an intimidation tactic in the lawsuit. The timing couldn't be more calculated. For those who know how Taylor operates, this isn't coincidence, it's strategy. Taylor Swift doesn't let the media shape her image. She shapes the media. And behind nearly every well-timed headline is her longtime PR powerhouse, Tree Payne. Tree's reputation in Hollywood is legendary. She's known for crafting airtight narratives, neutralizing scandals, and keeping Taylor's public image immaculate. Industry insiders whisper that Tree has strong ties with the Daily Mail, so when a story emerges portraying Taylor as the innocent party, it's rarely accidental. The article in question goes out of its way to exonerate Taylor, while subtly repositioning Blake as the manipulative one, the friend who pulled Taylor into chaos she never wanted. It's a clever deflection, but some observers are asking, is it the truth or just expert PR spin? One glaring detail is Blake's now infamous Keezy-eye text to Baldoni, in which she referred to Taylor and Ryan Reynolds as her beautiful little dragons. It was a flex, a message meant to convey power and connection. But now, that same text is being weaponized, painted in the Daily Mail piece as uncool and overreaching. Taylor's camp, it seems, wants it known that she was dragged into this drama, not driving it. Still, it's hard to buy the image of Taylor as a helpless bystander. She was involved with It Ends With Us. Her name even appears in the credits under Special Thanks. She spent plenty of time with Blake and Ryan during production. If she didn't want to be associated, she wouldn't have been. Even commentators like Candace Owens are calling out the timing of Taylor's retreat. Why now, she asks. Why suddenly realize you were used after months of being intertwined with this project? Whether this move is genuine self-preservation or a meticulously executed narrative reset, one thing is certain. Taylor Swift is once again proving she knows exactly how to steer the story.
Politely backed away because she's conscious of her own image. She's extremely conscious. But it can't always be that Taylor Swift is being used. She can't always be being used. I'm sorry. It's been like 20 years of her being used, and I don't feel that that is the true story, okay?
The reality is, Taylor Swift knows exactly when to leave before the walls cave in. She's not stepping back because she was used. She's stepping back because this entire situation is turning into a sinking ship. What if this mess was never really about Justin Baldoni at all? What if it's always been about Blake Lively getting exactly what she wanted? While the lawsuit paints Blake as the victim, the truth is far more complicated. She wasn't just the star of It Ends With Us. She was running the show behind the scenes. Insiders say Blake had an unusual amount of control over the production, making major decisions that even Baldoni, the film's director, couldn't veto. One of the biggest red flags? Blake personally brought in Deadpool's composer. Think about that, a romantic drama to the Deadpool franchise suddenly hiring the exact same composer Ryan Reynolds works with.
Recording left on Deadpool, and I suddenly get a text from Blake, and she sent a little video saying, I'm doing this thing, need a score. Can you deliver it in a week? And I said, I don't think a week, but maybe 3 if we have 3. So that materialized, and so it was sequential. Was able to kind of finish up Deadpool, but I was going from the dub of Deadpool and going back to the studio at night working on Blake's film.
And Candace Owens isn't buying the victim narrative. She's pointed out that Blake's level of involvement in It Ends With Us went far beyond that of a typical actress. This wasn't just about giving creative notes or sharing ideas. Blake was reportedly making high-level decisions about hiring, editing, and even restructuring the film. In short, she wasn't just starring in it, she was steering it. Her control over the project was so extensive that even Justin Baldoni, the film's own director, seemed to be sidelined. And that's where things start to look a little suspicious.
And is there any
just
chance
exclusive.
that we could have a
Exclusive.
sequence?
Colleen Hoover.
A chance that you can have a what?
A sequence, like it starts with us.
Oh.
I mean, if Colleen has her rights, I'll go anywhere. I'll follow this woman anywhere.
Y'all heard her.
This wasn't some vague gossip post. The anonymous Reddit leak laid out exactly what's now playing out: the power struggles, the shifting alliances, and the behind-the-scenes maneuvering no one was supposed to see. According to the post, Blake Lively was quietly pulling strings from the start, clashing with Justin Baldoni, pushing for creative control, and fighting to oversee the film's final edit. It even hinted that Taylor Swift's involvement went far deeper than just supporting a friend. The writer claimed Taylor played a meaningful role in the production itself. Her name in the credits wasn't just a thank you gesture. But here's where it gets explosive. The post suggested Blake was setting the stage for something much bigger than a lawsuit. It alleged that she was working toward shifting the rights to It Ends With Us away from Baldoni and back to the book's original author, Colleen Hoover. If that's true, this lawsuit isn't about creative differences or artistic egos. It's about control. Total control.
Little sit down and then start looking into Colleen Hoover. And she, at some time around this period, at least according to this Variety article, launched her own production company with the aim of getting, control over her future books. Okay. Look at this. This is Variety article that was published on October 7th. And it's saying Colleen Hoover novel. This is another one. Reminders of Him sets movie adaptation at Universal for Valentine's Day 2020.
After the legal drama erupted, Colleen Hoover made a surprising move. She launched her own production company. Why would she do that after selling the rights to It Ends With Us? The timing makes no sense unless she believed she could somehow reclaim them. Then came an interview with Blake Lively that raised even more eyebrows. When Blake casually mentioned the possibility of a sequel, Hoover didn't flinch. She didn't look confused or surprised. She reacted like someone who already knew exactly what was coming. And then there's the biggest red flag of all. Colleen Hoover deleted her entire Instagram account just days before Justin Baldoni filed his lawsuit. Why would an author whose novel was being adapted into a major studio film suddenly wipe her social media clean? The most logical theory? Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds may have quietly invested in Hoover's new production company, positioning themselves as power players in any future It Ends With Us adaptations. If Hoover could somehow regain the rights, that would effectively cut Baldoni out of the picture, transferring creative and financial control to Blake's inner circle. This could explain why Blake seemed to wield such unusual authority on set. She wasn't just acting in the movie, she was laying the groundwork for a takeover. So here's the real question. Did Blake and Ryan financially back Hoover's company? Because if they did, then this entire lawsuit, the media firestorm, the shifting alliances, the strategic leaks, isn't just about bad blood. It's about a calculated power grab for a multi-million-dollar franchise. And when the truth starts leaking, people start backtracking. That's a massive red flag. Why walk back those comments now? Unless the narrative behind the scenes is shifting. The insiders, the same voices that were so quick to attack Justin Baldoni when this lawsuit first broke, have suddenly gone silent. In the early days, Hollywood's talking heads were loud, confident, and absolutely certain about whose side they were on.
But now,
Radio silence. PR teams are scrambling. Statements are being clarified. Damage control is clearly in motion. Candace Owens calls it for what it is: a familiar Hollywood pattern. When a scandal first explodes, everyone rushes to pick a side. But when uncomfortable truths begin to surface, like whispers of a deeper power struggle over movie rights, those same people retreat, pretending they were never part of the noise. Which brings us to the biggest question of all. Could this entire lawsuit be a smokescreen for a much larger business move?